Hello, welcome back to the TR7V8. I don't know what I should call this. The other one's Tibby. What should I call this? Don't know. Wilfred? I don't know. Wilfred. I don't know. So, Wilfred. Okay, so the washer pump. So I took this in last night and took the top off. Took the little two gears out, which pumped the water between its teeth. And the motor was very, very stiff. So I'd exercised it and I sprayed some stuff down it, you know, like the water displacement stuff. And I connected it to my power supply and I let it run and run and run. And I then reduced the voltage to see what sort of power should go down to and what sort of current it's drawing. It's drawing 0.7 of an amp at 12.5 to 13 volts, which isn't too bad. But then she did start getting quite warm and she cut out, and it was giving an error on the power supply, which in essence was good because it's not going to burn out. And when you do use these washers, you don't keep them on for that long, to be honest. So, and look at the size of the screws they put, these self-tappers. Look at the size of those things, ridiculous. And obviously this is not a genuine TR or Triumph one, but it is working, and I'll show you how it's working, because what I've got here is, if I can put you down somewhere, if I connect this to the positive and then have a flying lead to the negative, you should hear it kick in, as long as I don't short the thing out. But let's have a go and see if I can do that for you. I'm not sure I'm going to do this, but let's see what I can do. I'm not sure if I can do anything for you there, unless I... Hang on a sec, let's put this here. Let's get this little case. Let's get this little case up here and set you there. Let's get rid of this one here. Set you there so you can see. What's that showing there? That's one of the light cluster houses. And so this actually is positive, but there's a black lead going into there which must be going through this, and that's the positive line out. Yeah, and the ground is coming down to the chassis here, or the body here, in here. So anyway, without further ado, I'll put this on the positive and this one on the negative. See, and there we go. And it's working, so I'm going to put that back in and get this thing off if I can. There we are. That's just the flying lead I had prepared earlier, but there you go. Now, as for the light clusters, I went to a local shop where they do all sorts of cleaners and paint strippers, and I got quite a mild one, and I tried watering it down as such, but I think what's actually happened is, I'll show you, it's turned the light clusters into a sort of opaque. So I soaked these in hot water as well to get everything off it, and these are going to need to be polished now. And my good old friend Jack, who's a detailer, I'm sure he'll be able to help me with this. So I'm going to put these in, and just so I can get it on the road and it's all legal, and get him to use his nice little polish to see if he can get these back to nice and shiny. Then I might put some lacquer on it. So put me putting lacquer on this now when they are sort of in this condition. So I'm going to do that, and I'll get back to you, I suppose, and where we are. Well, the lights are back in, they're all working, and they look a bit frosted, and I do think it's going to be better once they're all polished up. So there's not a lot I can do with that, to be honest with you. I may as well just go and buy some more. I think I have seen. I'll sort that little chip out as well. Can't see the other one. What I did notice also with the wire for the battery, so the positive comes out on the black and then goes out of here, obviously through the fuse, the cutoff switch, and then out red, which makes sense. But if you look on there, you can just see a slight scuff where this had been sort of guillotined slightly, the red positive wire. So I think I've caught that just in time. So I've just tie wrapped there, so it'll miss it. So yeah, so that's a good catch. The washer's all back in and working. I'm not happy with the wipers, and let's have a look and see. They're really noisy, and I think this one, you can hear that, is catching, it's going over too far down there, and the smaller blade was on this one, and the longer blade was on the one over there, so it was hanging right over the edge. But she is that's speed 1. That is off, so she's working, and for a bit more lubrication there for her, just do the one. Oh, do the one. Come on, there we are. And then we try it again. It just homes it slightly, so there's slight adjustment needed with the. Yeah. So basically, what needs to happen is this nut needs to slacken off, and then this. If I try and just position that without slackening the nuts, she stalls on speed 1. So I've got to loosen the nut off and turn the whole mechanism so she will sit about there. Maybe, yeah. Just attention to detail, I guess. And I'm going to crack on with getting the dash out now, and we'll be sorting that out. Get rid of that horrid wood effect. Okay, I'll crack on. Alright, so there's the dash out. Not too difficult to get out. I've got the panel in there. I need to get the panel out before I forget it. I'm taking all this rubbish off. I don't know why I'm keeping it, but yeah, let's grab my phone while I'm at it. So it's all pretty clean there. I'll give the glass cover, or the perspex cover, a clean after, before I go put it back in again. I'll get all this remnants off. Notice how this is actually black. So I've got part of another dash at home, so I might just swap them over once I've cleaned up the switch panel here. Yeah. So anyway, that's going to be replaced, but it does look to me as if these orifices here look a bit thicker than what they used to be on my 1980 TR7. So I think the dash upstairs is older, upstairs that I've got in the room. So I'm going to compare that. Also, they've got this type of window here, which is, ooh, it's horrid. It's horrid. Not very nice at all, I don't think. So I remember last time the choke didn't work, so I'm going to just test that now. Let's see if I can get that light to come on now. That's just the aerial, I think, whirring away there. Let's see if the choke light comes on. No, she's not coming on. Let's check and see if the cable's in. Because it... Where is that switch gone? Oh, where is that switch? There should be a switch there on top of that. And, where on earth is that gone? Is that it? I'm not sure. I'm not sure, actually. Anyway, that is interesting. So where the devil has that gone? I have no idea. Also, what I did notice was not there is usually on this connection round about here, or is it here, you should have the delay timer for the fuel. So I need to find out where that is. Now this does look a bit different, this one. Actually, I'm going to take that in to clean this off also. It should just pull out this. He says it seems awfully tight now. Maybe it's not been out in a while. Yeah, there we go. Let's get that out. There we are. And yeah, that does look a bit different to my one. Yeah, my other one. The subtle changes between the years of the cars. It's amazing. Now, look at the missing bulbs in there. How very dare they look. So, obviously the indicators are working. I can't get the main beam up, and the headlights aren't flashing when I don't need the ignition on for that. I'm sure I don't, but that is on. So, you know what to do, hey? Do you know, I could have sworn the choke light was working. Well, there you go. There's no bloody light in there. So, I'm glad I pulled this off, because now I can see what lamps aren't in there. So maybe the dash needs to be working. Oh my lord. There shouldn't be one in the oxygen sensor, because that's not used. No, that's okay. Oh, it looks a bit defunct, doesn't it? Let's put that back in. Right. So these gauges haven't been out by the look of it, because you've still got the tamper-proof screws in here. The plot thickens, doesn't it? So, right, I'm just going to crack on then with the dash, and I'm going to come back to this and have a look and to see why the and the funny thing is also the mileometer isn't actually connected into the tiny bracket underneath the... I did notice that, so I'm going to put that right as well. So yeah, so a little bit of issues with this car, not really being finished off in a way that I would have done it, but there you go. It is what it is. I'm just going to crack on now. Okay, I'll let you know what happens in the next episode. Alright, goodbye for now.